Another morning in paradise. The sun's on the way up, kayak is all decked out and ready to go with a whole heap of gear. So we're going to jump out this morning and get right into it. Get the Crocs off before anything else. Ooh, that wasn't as elegant. I just stood on a treble hook. Ooh, what a morning. Paradise. It is paradise out here this morning. It is like a picture. It's like Bob Ross painted this whole place around me. But today we have another very, very exciting one because we are targeting some giant flathead with the drone. We're also going to be fishing without the drone, but obviously these drone eats are really, really cool. It's just amazing to see how these flathead hunt. And today I've got a lure which I've never used before. I have a massive, massive swim bait. It's actually a Gancraft jointed claw. This thing is monstrous, and my plan is to throw this around and try and tick off my first big flathead on a swim bait. This thing looks epic. So this is the combo which I have in mind to try and throw around this large swim bait. It's only a 3 to 6 kilo rod, so I'm not even sure, you're probably not meant to cast big lures with it, but we're just going to give it a crack. I really want to try and get a big swim bait flathead. So we're going to take off this surface lure, take that off. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better looking lure. Look at that. I'm really excited to use this. So that's technically all ready to go. Big swim bait. First thing I want to do is just get a cast out to see if it's even possible. Yeah, that'll work. So this morning, to get things started, I want to get the drone up. I just want to have a look at the sand flat which we're going to be fishing. Obviously take a look at the beautiful morning, which it is, and then try and spot some flathead using the drone. So really fun way to fish. Obviously we can see exactly what the flathead are doing pretty much, and try and get a cast with a big swim bait right on top of one's head. Fire the drone up. Last time I got the drone up, it almost got taken out by a massive eagle. It was the scariest thing ever, but hopefully he's not around this morning. All right, little buddy, do us wonders. Up we go. All right, let's just take a look at this sunrise because it doesn't get any better than that. That is perfect. Let's pan around and take a look at a little bit of where I'm going to be fishing. So this right here is the sand flat, which I have in mind. You can see there's a bit of current pushing over it, but that should work to our favour. There's a nice little drop off and ledge you can see there, so that's what I really want to work. So there I am. So we'll start flying down and just going along this drop off, which you can see in front of me here, looking for flathead. Look at that one. Okay, drone's there again. We've just spotted another big girl. There's two on the screen here. There's one to the right a little bit, and there's one right underneath the drone there. Possibly could be more around as well, but that one there looks the biggest, I think. That's better. Oh, it's tangled up. Good cast, I get it tangled up. Oh, as soon as that landed. We've got one. That just landed and then on. Hopefully you guys could see that. I think it was just in frame. It's definitely another bigger one there. Well, that was really cool. Did not waste any time, that fish. Let's get a look at this. How big is she? Yeah, good fish. There's another bigger one on the drone right now, but that's still a good one. How's that? Man, that didn't take long. Big reaction bite from that flatty. So cool. My first big swim bait flatty. That is epic. There she is. Really nice. Probably only a 60s model, but still obviously a good fish on the swim bait. First one of the morning. So we're going to let her go. Get her straight back off because there's a big mama on the drone right now. This big one's still sitting there. Wow, so they like this lure. Only a handful of casts into the morning and we've got to follow and eat. Let's really get a good cast in there. That's perfect. It doesn't look like she's really interested at all. Let's go for a bit of a move. It's actually a really, really good time to go for a move because we got a really nice high tide at the moment. So we'll punch over to a completely new spot and give it a crack around there. Spot number 2 for the morning, this beautiful looking sand flat. There's a few birds on a little sand island there as well. And the lure we're actually going to start off using is the hard body. So I've changed over to a hard body. These are just the ultimate scouting lure. If you're looking to find fish, cover ground, then the hard body's the way to go. And since we don't have the drone up in the air and can't look from the sky, it's the next best thing, a big hard body. So we're just going to twitch it over these flats and try and locate some fish. Twitch, twitch, pause, twitch, twitch, pause. Sometimes I'll give it a few seconds pause, sometimes I'll just go straight away. Just always vary the technique a little bit, but these big flathead love the hard body lures. Really clear water now. It did get pretty dirty on the outgoing tide, but now fairly clear, which is good. Oh, there's a stingray right there. I was just speaking about stingray holes and look at him. It's usually flathead near these stingrays, so it's probably going to be a flathead nearby. You can just picture these flathead pushing right up in the shallows at the moment with this big high tide. There we go. Yep. There we go. We knew it. We knew there was going to be one there. This thing just came up and sat on it. We called it. I don't know how big it is. Feels decent. It's just not doing anything. It's pretty big. Oh, it's very big. Yep. It's very big. Wow, that is a lizard. See, the biggest fish of the day, or the biggest hookup of the day, is without the drone. This is a monster. Yep, didn't even feel the boof, which is a little bit unusual. Usually I always feel them grab it, but not this girl. Really big one, right in the shallows. We called that cast. This is a really good fish. Don't want to rush this one because it actually feels really, really big. Wow, I think she's got 2 trebles in. Man, that is a big fish. And if I can, I don't want to use the net, so I'm going to try and get over to this bank here and just pull her up so we give her minimal stress. We've got a little sand bank there we'll try and get to. Oh, such a healthy flathead. That is huge. Really big. That thing is so fat. Is that not the fattest flathead you've ever seen? It's not the longest flathead in the world, but look at the thickness of that girl. She is so healthy. And it's about 80. She's 80 centimeters, so an absolute cracking fish. You big, beautiful thing. Look at that lizard. Massive, massive, massive. We'll send her on her way. There she goes. Out to the depths. Awesome. 10 minutes into blind casting with the hard body and we already got one, whereas I was fishing with the drone for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we got the one slightly smaller one. We saw heaps, but you just spook a lot of fish when you use the drone. That's the main problem, but that's a really good sign for this area. We've already ticked off the one. Let's keep going. Another cast out. Right along this shallow stuff. That's where the flatheads seem to be sitting at the moment. The tide's just started running out, so it's pretty high. Another big cast out. Good thing about the hard bodies is you see I just casted that like what, 30 meters? Massive cast. It is absolute glass at the moment. Lush conditions, and I love this part of the bank. Real shallow. Have a look at that. There's quite a nice flathead lure. Right there, pretty fresh too. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Wow. Is that a flathead or a stingray? I have no idea. We need to keep tight. That's another flathead in the shallow waters yet again. That was probably 5, oh goodness, probably 5, 10 casts later. Oh, wow. Big head shakes. Literally only 5, 10 casts later, we've got another one hooked up, and it feels very, very big too. Yeah, you keep that head down. trying to play it really low. Is it bigger than the last one? I don't know, because the last one was a monster, but this one feels really big also. Wow, it's another big fish. It looks around the same size yet again. What a cracking flathead. I don't think it's much bigger. It might be around the same size, but the head shakes on that thing were nuts. How's that? Yet another one. Let's see if we can get her up. Kayak's well and truly beached. Let's see if we can beach her. Literally 5 to 10 casts later, she rocks up. What is she? Zeroed out all the way down to 76, 77 centimeters. Oh, get a look at her. Another croc. Oh, almost stepped on that lure. Let's send her. Oh, send her off. Very much send her off. See you, big girl. Oh, what a tank. It's an awesome fish. There she goes. What a start to the morning. I'll give you guys a little update. It is now 9 o'clock, so still very, very early into the day. Seen a heap of good flatties on the drone. Got a couple without the drone, and we still have a fair bit of time to do some fishing. Amazing start, and we still have a chance to get the drone up and see some more as well. Keep casting around this little hard body, back over this beautiful flat where we've picked up 2 really big flathead. Still a lot of water to cover as well. Super duper shallow where I just cast it. It's probably less than a foot deep, and we got another one. Definitely a little bit smaller, but that's yet another one. You can see there's a boat coming up here, so I'm actually just going to let him try shake hooks or do whatever he wants to do. Gonna act like nothing's going on. How's it going? Meeting some of the locals, eh? You seem like a nice enough dude. He wanted my flatty as well, but if I was going to keep the flatty, I would, would keep it for myself. And plus, they're not hard to get. You put a little bit of effort in here, and you're gonna get a feed of flatties. So I get asked for a heap of fish by people when I'm out here, and I'm like, I can't just give fish away. Back up, right along the shallows. That's how shallow we fish. Literally along the bank. Could be a flatty along here for sure. Oh, you're kidding. First cast over at this flat. Oh, that feels big. That feels big. We just moved over. That feels really big. I wonder if that's a flathead or not. That's crazy. I just moved over to this flat. Like, this was my first cast here. The similar area where we got the last couple of big fish. And we've got another one. It's definitely a flathead. It's big. It's probably another, same size again, another 70, high 70s. Let's see if we can get her up. She's only just on, but see if we can just quickly drag her up. This is crazy, man. All the way down from the front, she is 75, 76, 76 and a half, 77 centimeters. So cracking fish. Another big flathead. Take a look at her. What a gorgeous fish. Let's get her going. Let's get a scan of that beautiful lizard. Look at the dots and colours on her. Amazing fish. Why aren't you going? There she goes. She's rocketing off. Didn't get any fancy hold-ups with any of the fish today. I just want to let them go. Make sure that their health is top-notch shape. Oh no. Leader's still fine. Lure's still good. Get another cast back out. There's actually another big one on the flat. We spooked him when we hooked up to that last one, so there could be some more here. That was first cast here, first cast. Nothing on that cast. Another one straight back up. Oh, good fish. Whoa, he jumped. That was wild. Another good flatty. This is going to be the last one to finish off the day. See you, buddy. That was a good fish. Oh, my lure just fell off. I reckon that's a sign for us to be done. Alright everyone, well I'm going to wrap this video up here. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. We got some really cool drone footage yet again, and we caught some cracking flathead, just casting lures around all the way up to around 80 centimeters I think. So if you want to see some more flathead content, leave a like on this video, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video.